Hours after being rescued from 8 months of captivity by Hamas in Gaza, freed hostage Noa Argamani arrived at a Tel Aviv hospital to see her terminally ill mother. Argamani, 26, was one of the most famous faces among the hostages kidnapped by Hamas on October 7th. Heartbreaking images of her being taken to Gaza on the back of a motorbike as she begged for her life and desperately searched for her friend who marched alongside her. Argamani's friend, Avi Noor, is still in captivity. Argamani was rescued on Saturday, along with 3 other hostages, during an Israeli Special Forces operation from an apartment building in central Gaza. "I am so happy to be here," she said upon her return in a telephone conversation with President Isaac Herzog, smiling and surrounded by friends and family. She was later greeted with applause upon her arrival at the Sourasky Medical Center in Tel Aviv, where her mother, Leora, is being treated for terminal brain cancer. In October, shortly after her daughter was abducted from a music festival-turned-extermination camp in southern Israel, Leora sat in a chair. Was asked in an interview with a local TV station how he envisioned their reunion. "At least this way, I can hug her," Leora replied. Noa was kidnapped during the October 7th Hamas massacre, in which around 3,000 terrorists crossed the border into Israel by land, air and sea, killing around 1,200 people, seizing 251 hostages, mostly civilians, and many atrocities were committed and sexual abuse. The devastation at the music festival left 360 people dead and more than 40 taken hostage. Near the hospital in central Tel Aviv, in what has become known as Hostage Square, thousands of Israelis gathered to celebrate the rescue of the 4 hostages and demand the release of the 116 people captured by Hamas on October 7th, still in Gaza. 105 civilians were released from Hamas captivity in late November during a week-long ceasefire, and 4 hostages had been released before that. 7 hostages were freed by live troops, and the bodies of 19 hostages were also recovered, including 3 killed accidentally by the military. The IDF confirmed the deaths of 41 people still held by Hamas, citing intelligence information and findings obtained by forces operating in Gaza. The rescued hostages were flown to Israel in a military helicopter, as the footage shows the hostages entering a standby helicopter ready for takeoff. As of October 7th, 1 person is missing and his fate remains unknown. Hamas also holds the bodies of 2 Israeli civilians who entered the Gaza Strip in 2014 and 2015, as well as the bodies of 2 IDF soldiers killed in 2014. Israeli officials did not make mention of the over 200 civilians killed during the rescue operation in Gaza and described the operation as complex.